Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Results Kill Excuses Self Improvement Sunday session. I'm your host, Greg. I'm the greatest accountability partner on planet Earth. Yes, I'm declaring it right here, right now. And I'm so grateful to have you here today with me as I talk about life, talk about all the things that trip us up, talk about our self-sabotaging patterns and behaviors, our denial, and also the opportunities that we have to grow, to improve, and to truly become the best versions of ourselves, which for so many adults, so many people that have been through so much shit, like hearing that, becoming the best version of myself, what does that mean? Well, at the root core of it, it means that there's something inside of you. There is something about you that has yet to be channeled, cultivated, and shared with the world. And in doing that, it seems like all the stress, all the frustration, all the anger, all the doubt, all the stress of life just starts to fade away. It really does as you start to improve on your version of self, your concept of self, your self-image. So welcome everybody that's showing up right now. I hope that you've had an incredible week. And today's a really fun day, so I want to do something new today during our session. So if you're here to be here for real, not to just be entertained, I do ask that everybody gets a piece of paper and a writing instrument. Can be a pen, can be a pencil, but you need a blank piece of paper. Could be out of a journal, could just be a loose leaf piece of paper like I just showed there. But if you are here to truly learn something about yourself and work on yourself just a little bit, for just a little bit, right? Which is really the secret sauce of life. Working on yourself a little bit for a little bit every single day consistently. Massive transformation, massive results. Guaranteed. I can guarantee this 100%. Regardless of where you are right now, regardless of what your circumstances are, what you don't understand, I can't catch a break. All of that is trauma responses, right? Those are limiting beliefs and patterns. That's not your reality, right? I need you to like clean your eyes and be like, wait, who am I for real? Dust off that mirror, man. Dust off that mirror, right? That you ain't been looking in, right? You got to see with spiritual eyes, who are you? You can't just look at your environment and be like, man, my place is a mess and my car is a mess and this is a mess. And, I look like a mess. I feel like a mess. Like if that's your circumstances, good. You know why I say good? Is because if you're at the lowest of low, sure, there's lower you could get, but there's a lot more opportunity for you to go up. I've always said that. If you're at the bottom, this is your chance. That everything you do to start turning the tides, to start showing up for yourself, to just start to make to see some progress in your life, to make some changes, try some new things, really appreciate, even in that mess, find something to appreciate. The fact that you got indoor plumbing, the fact that you have a warm bed, you got a warm blanket, you got a hot shower, you got food in the fridge. I mean, we take it for granted. It seems too simplistic, but I'm telling you, when you start to focus more on the things you're grateful for, the things you appreciate that you have right now, even if it's I have 60 cents in my bank account, like have appreciation for all 60 cents that you have there, or a dollar, $100, whatever it is that you have, appreciate it. I'm grateful. What about the gift that you get every single day that you wake up? The gift of life. What about the thing that you don't even have to take care of? You walk out your front door and there's nature, there's wildlife. Can you be grateful for that? We're all a part of that ecosystem. And that starts to shift you. That really does start to shift you. If you're just popping in now, today we are going to try something new. Um, get a piece of paper, right, and a pen today. We're going to do something that most of you, my guess is you've never done before. But if you have been tuning into the live streams, we will do some breath work. We will do probably a short visualization, but I wanted to do what's called auto writing, automatic writing, or I think it's even called like psycho scripting, where it's like when you visualize, we can receive messages from our inner child or from our higher self. Well, you can get a piece of paper, which I want you to have, and a pen, and we're going to sort of set an intention today, and we're going to do some writing. And it's not even going to be you doing writing. It's going to be your higher self. And it's going to be you're going to get some really cool stuff from that. I've been doing it for the past few days to really just get some clarity on things in my life. And I'm hoping that you're here because you want clarity and not to just be entertained. I continue to repeat this, that the message I'm putting out there, right? Results kill excuses is all about self-improvement. It's all about helping other people become the greatest version of themselves, the highest version of themselves, the best version of themselves. And many of you self-eliminate because of an unworthiness wound. You don't feel worthy. You're carrying around a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. Well, I can promise you I was in the same place, watching the same channel not that many years ago. And I've completely turned my life around. That was where the mantra came from. And you can do the same. That's the most beautiful thing is, if you ever heard the story about the 4-minute mile, it's like throughout the course of history up until a certain point, as humans, we could not break a 4-minute mile running. But once someone broke it, it's like if you look at the statistics, it's like every year, every year, every year. And now it's just like, who knows, millions of people now. But it took one person believing that it could be done. And then it's like the floodgates opened. And I believe that this is the exact same thing that's happening right here, right now. I believe you are called. Yes, you are called to end the generational curses of the past. You're to restore the divinity of your ancestry. And that sounds wild, but I believe it's the truth. If you are hearing this message, resonating, connecting with me, when there's all these other things that you could be doing right now, trust me, it's because there's something really special inside of you, and your time is now. This is your time. This is your calling. And I'm just so grateful that, again, because I've broken through my own barriers, my own self-sabotaging habits, I've transmuted my guilt, my shame, my sadness into what? Success, results, genuine results. On what levels? Mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, and financial health. And that's the most beautiful thing. And the coolest thing is that as you start down this journey, you have to be in it to win it. You got to stay locked in. If you're looking for a quick fix, if you're looking for a magic pill or magic tricks, something that changes your whole life overnight, I don't offer that. I don't preach that. I haven't experienced it. I've tried it. And that's the thing is I tried all the magic tricks and they didn't work. And what truly worked is me just showing up every single day, being consistent, believing in myself. And the only thing that would have had me and keeps me showing up every single day is that I have a connection with God and I continue to see the signs and I continue to see success. And even if doubt shows up, I don't let it plague my day. I don't let it throw my day off. But yet it does take saying, zoom out, get past just today, get past this week, get past this month, and realize that this is something you want to do for the rest of your life. Showing up and trying to improve yourself, be a better version of yourself, be more generous, be more loving, be more kind, be more abundant, right? Successful, prosperous. And it's just, aligning yourself with those good things versus being what? Sad, depressed, frustrated, anxious, feeling old. I don't do that. I'm not saying those thoughts don't come up. They do. But I have the tools and I can show you how to do these things. But you have to want it and you have to be committed to this and not expect for, once you see it just a little bit, right, that you say, I'm good. And then you give up. And most people do that. That's most people's pattern is when they're going through a rough patch, the light starts to ease up. It starts to get a little better. And then they just go back right back to where they were saying, and that's such a weird human nature is that we get a little relief and then we somehow think that we can go back to the old things that caused the problem in the first place when it's like we need to turn and never look back. Look back if you need to just reflect. It's a beautiful thing, especially if you're journaling and you're capturing your story and you're capturing what's going on and you're setting goals and you have a vision and you're walking this thing out every single day. It takes patience. Has anybody ever had a garden? Right? It's like, I heard something yesterday that was like, it's having the patience to know that if you plant the seeds in the proper soil and you're watering them according to what's needed, that you don't go and dig up the seeds every day to see what they're doing. You have to just have faith that you planted the seeds, you're following a process, and in its due time, you're going to get the fruit or the vegetable to emerge. But we get anxious in that because, when you're looking at the dirt for a week, for 2 weeks, a month, and you're like, man, ain't nothing happening. Oh no, what's going on? This is not working. We get so anxious. We want instant gratification. Easy come, easy go. If you want long lasting relief, just think about that. How many of you just want to feel a sense of relief? Like if you could just really sit in your stress and the anxiety and the nervousness and those negative feelings, right? The anxiousness, the depression. And if you just asked yourself, like, what would give you instant relief? Whatever your situation is, like, think about it right now. Just sit there and tell yourself, okay, what are you feeling right now that has you troubled? What is your circumstance? Is it a financial thing? Is it a health thing? Is it a relationship thing? Is it a money thing? I mean, really, life is not that complex. It really boils down to a few areas. We make it complex. And yet, if you were to sit there and just ask yourself, okay, well, I'm really overwhelmed by this thing. And then if you just picture in your mind, well, what would give you relief? What thoughts would give you relief? What circumstance? What thing happening would give you relief to where you were like, oh, Oh man, I feel so much better. That's like the power of our minds. So if you were having a relationship situation and you were just to be like, I'm just such at odds with my person, or I don't have my person, like imagine the result that you desire that gives you a feeling of relief. Like, oh, they finally showed up. They're here. It's so beautiful. I love this person so much. They love me so much. Right? Or if you're just in a relationship with someone you love and you just want it to be more harmonious and peaceful, like just picture what it would take for that to be. It's challenging when you have already created a pattern in a relationship of fighting and, making up to break up and I mean, that's been most of my life. Most of the long-term relationships, I haven't had many. Longest is 21 years, so I have some experience with these things. But when you set the pattern, people always say, oh, well, we all fight. But it's like, when there's a pattern there that's toxic, how do you break it? I've tried. And usually it's always about self. You got to work on yourself. You have to elevate. You have to understand your attachment styles, right? Are you anxious? Are you avoidant? Your love language, their love language. You have to realize, what is really going on. Is it really about cleaning? Is it really about money? Is it really about something, or is there something deeper? It's always something deeper. And so you need to figure out what gives you relief, what makes that situation better. If it's money, right? What makes your situation better? Is it winning the lottery? Great. Is it winning a jackpot at the casino? Great. Is it getting a bonus? Is it uh, applying for a new job and getting that and getting a new job with a higher pay? Great. Like visualize this stuff. This is where it starts. We have to shift from our negative thinking, because the more you're stuck in the negative, right, you're going to continue to produce those negative experiences in your life. That I'm starting to believe this more and more, that based on your current situations that are rooted in your past experiences, you're creating your misery by staying stuck in the negative, by staying polarized in your mind towards negative outcomes. Worrying. It's a sense of worrying. How many of you are just worrying all the time? We need to overcome that. And the way that I overcome my worry is I put it down on paper. I listen to some high vibrational frequency musics, usually either 963, which is like God frequency, as I see 1111 on December 1st. So we got 11111s going through right now, at least Mountain Standard Time. Or 528 is another powerful frequency. Positive affirmations, kicking off my shoes and socks, going outside, doing some sun bathing, doing some breathing, connecting with myself, saying it's, what's really going on? What am I really feeling? This is self-soothing. The old version of me would feel this weird mood shift inside of me because of a trigger I was totally oblivious to, acting like I didn't know what was going on. Most of us are living subconsciously in that state where triggers go off throughout the day. You don't even realize what triggered because you're kind of oblivious. And then you have already a pre-programmed self-soothing response to that, which is usually something negative, which is, you're like, man, I have a craving to go eat some junk food, or man, I got a craving to go watch some porn, or man, I got a craving to get high or smoke a cigarette or go drink, or whatever it is. I need to do some shopping. I need to do some gambling. I need something to give me temporary relief for a temporary amount of time, self-soothing. Versus literally, if you can just sit there in the uncomfortable emotion, you're just really being hard on yourself. You're just really beating yourself up. Something's really just messing with you emotionally, mentally and emotionally, right? You start thinking about it, so then you start feeling, and the cravings come from the feeling, right? Because you're thinking something that's causing you distress, causing you pain, and you probably don't even recognize this. And then you start feeling this, which cravings are a part of that. And then you're programmed to do what? Take care of yourself. Well, if you've programmed yourself to take care of your cravings through negative habits and addictions, well, you can also program yourself to start doing positive things. But it takes a lot of willpower, it takes a lot of conscientiousness and really saying enough's enough. You have to also believe that it's possible to run a 4-minute mile in terms of, self-improvement. It's, and not be the person that says, I've been trying to quit smoking for 20 years. It's like, it doesn't take 20 years to stop smoking a cigarette. It takes 1 second to say, I'm done. And there's millions of people that have probably captured their story of success. And so, it's not just me. I support other people. Do some Google searches. Whatever your situation is, I challenge you to, as homework, Google search your situation, overcoming your situation. You're going to see so much inspirational stories of success that you're not going to feel so alone no more. And we have that information right here in front of us. And I highly encourage you to quit acting like you're helpless. You have to want this. That's the root of it all, is how bad do you want to feel better by yourself? Most of us, if we don't feel worthy, we self-sabotage ourselves. Even if we do start to get a little bit of success, we self-sabotage, right? You get into a better relationship, 222's coming up, and because you feel you have a program under in your subconscious that you're unworthy of love, that love is supposed to be hard, love is supposed to be combative, love is supposed to be dysfunctional, you literally recreate that even in a healthy, good connection. Anybody relating to this? This is self-sabotage. This is self-abandonment. This is literally self-destructive patterns that are all based in unhealed trauma. And the way that you heal trauma, the way that I have healed trauma is by going in spiritually from a very objective standpoint and realizing that every person involved in the emotional wounds that I had, the time was now for me to forgive and release them from the bitterness and the anger and the frustration and the rage that I held against those people energetically. It was time for me to forgive them, to release, and to cover them with love and compassion. Because again, if you're playing the blame game, when does it end? Someone caused you pain, great. Someone caused them pain, great. Someone caused them pain, great. Someone caused them pain, great. Hurting people hurt others. One of the courses on the Results Kill Excuses app is hurting people hurt themselves first. I honestly think that should be the first course you do. If you have downloaded the app and you're kind of not doing the work, hurting people hurt themselves first. Once you hurt yourself, then you go and hurt others. But you continue to hurt yourself. Even as you're hurting others, that's the shitty part. Because hurting others is a perpetuation of hurting yourself emotionally. Because if you're anything like me, every time I hurt someone else, it left me what? More isolated, more alone, more feeling empty, more guilt, more shame. And that was the motivation for me to find the results, for me to heal the emotional wounds, for me to trust myself. Do you trust yourself right now? Ask yourself this honestly. Do you honestly trust yourself in any situation? Or do you know that if you're in a certain type of situation with a certain type of person, usually intimate partners, and you're feeling like one day they told you they loved you and now they're kind of making it questionable whether they're going to stick around and keep loving you, what do you do? What do you do then? That's the real measure of, can you trust yourself? And I couldn't. And I realized I had acknowledgement and awareness. Okay, I could pinpoint. In the workplace, I could control myself, right? I could show up and be professional. I'd programmed myself to survive in workplace environments of all types, from small business to corporate to public institution, governmental institution, you name it. I knew how to survive within that without showing my ass. But you get me behind the closed doors with someone that carrying with me unhealed, carrying around abandonment wounds and codependency issues, and the partner also having some of those issues because like attracts like, and then they're an avoidant type. So they're, showing signs that they're going to abandon me and they don't love me no more. Man, that will put me in a really bad place. I felt really threatened, really unloved, really unworthy, and I would usually wreak havoc and make it worse, which just left me off worse. And I know that some of you are experiencing these types of things. And if you find yourself in a season of singularity, right? Isolation, it's really tough. It's really, really, really tough to be alone at any time of the year, but more so during the holidays. And it's kind of interesting that I'm finding myself in that place during this season. And this isn't my first time being alone during the holidays, but last year was different. I did have a lot of people around me. And now it's like, okay, I'm finding myself in a state of singularity again. And the beauty in it, to reframe it, is that I see how much growth I've been through, because I knew how I was when right after I got divorced, right after 21-year marriage 5 years ago, just always having a family, just having that whole identity and that enmeshment and those rituals and routines and traditions. And then the first Christmas after, just being totally alone, it was tough. And then I fell in love the following year, and then I had the connection again and new traditions and someone there, and then that breakup happened a year and a half later, and then another season by myself, and it was just, but I've continued to put in the work. Sort of what I'm telling you guys. This is an endurance race, and it's something that you're good enough to really lock into. But it's like that's the fruit, is to see, wow, I've really grown. There is some blessings in these times alone, because that's where there's some growth. It's hard. It's hard to grow spiritually and emotionally when you have a lot of distractions, a lot of people and their energy right there in your presence. And if there's already like a dysfunctional, toxic attachment with the people you're around, it's really hard for you to disconnect and have this healthy boundary of space where you can really do some internal work and reflection. It's really hard. It's really hard to do that. Because if you're in a codependent relationship where there's a meshment, it's like you don't get to do things by yourself. It's like that person, that's been my experience. You either do it with me or you don't do it at all. And a lot of us self-abandon the things that we love to do. A lot of us really sacrifice our potential in relationship because there's been storylines throughout a lot of cartoons throughout history that have sort of made it as the relationship is the pinnacle of success. Falling in love. And y'all know that that's kind of bullshit. Other than, I'll reframe it, you need to fall in love with yourself. The truest relationship to have, the most important relationship to have that most of you watching this right now don't have is the most unconditional, loving, kind, the pinnacle of all relationships is to have that with yourself, your inner self. And a lot of y'all don't even, I don't even blame you for not knowing how to do this stuff. Self-care, something I had to learn. What does self-care mean to me? It's like I now know what my needs are. And I now know that it is my responsibility to meet my needs. If I am so blessed to have someone else in my life that willingly chooses and wants to be a part of my life and meet my needs in a loving, unmanipulative way, like unconditional loving way, then man, I'm just so head over heels grateful for that. But I know that overall, I need to meet my needs. I need to know my needs. How many of you don't even know what your needs are? Like, what do you need? And when we even say need, it's like, what do you need to feel good about yourself? What do you need to feel happy? What do you need? So many of us we've never done the self-discovery work. Right? We just were born. We start learning about everyone else in school, learning about everyone else's history and how all these other things work. We never learn about how we work. That's been the coolest thing about me with having an academic background, going through my own healing journey, and now being able to then give you all this content, which is spoken, but also, right here, man, we got it. The first 5 courses, Results Kill Excuses app, right? It's there for you right now. First 5. This is a printed workbook. If you want to purchase one of these, thank you to everybody that's been purchasing the Results Kill Excuses gear, right? There's an incredible opportunity out there right now. If you purchase anything in the shop, get yourself some gear, right? You get entered into probably one of the most incredible things, which is getting one-on-one coaching, counseling, and accountability from yours truly. Like, that's huge. That's a huge thing. There's 3 things that I think are really important. Yeah, 3 things. I'll say that there's 3 things that were really important once I hit my rock bottom. So I hit my rock bottom 12 years ago. I was totally broken. So the 3 things that I needed was, I knew I needed to get sober. And there's a lot of you that this will trigger you and challenge you because maybe you don't think you got a problem, but I truly do believe that chemical codependency in particular, there's lots of addictions, but for certain, the chemical codependencies that alter our state of mind, our mental state of being. The mental is the most important piece, you guys. Your mental state of being. If you're not mentally clear, right, then how are you going to really set intentions for your life? And so I had to clear my mind. It started in the mind, which was also in the body, because clearly substances don't just stay in the mind, but they do alter your mental state of being. So I got sober, and then I asked for help. Well, what kind of help did I ask for? The first and foremost help that I went to was God. I said, God, I need your help. I was broken spiritually. I said, I need it. And I grew up agnostic. So I'm not a religious kid growing up. My mom was a hippy dippy woman and we were agnostic, just neutral. But I was always kind of seeking or searching for the meaning of life. And, when I hit my last rock bottom 12 years ago, sobriety was number one. That was causing me the most problems, was my addiction to alcohol and THC. And then it was to get help. I went to God first, to some godly people that I trusted in my life. Then I went and asked for help from the VA, right? I went to the Veterans Administration and I said, I need to get some mental health services. I need some therapy. So they gave me a psychologist and a psychiatrist. If you don't know the difference between the two, psychologist is a therapist, just talk. Super important. I've had a psychologist in my life ever since. They also gave me a psychiatrist. And if you don't understand what the difference is, psychiatrists are like wizards. They will listen to you, but they want to prescribe you something, some kind of pharmaceutical that they feel is going to make you feel better about yourself. And if you've been listening to the message, my mantra is true: life on life's terms, right? No escape routes. And I think that I didn't want the psychotropics. I didn't want the antidepressants. I didn't want all the GABA, whatever the hell's. I just didn't want it. I told the guys, like, man, I'm not going to do these things. I want to do life on life's terms. I want to cleanse and clear my body. Right? Good for you, man. We should. I mean, you don't need that shit. It's just giving up one thing for another. And it's like, we have the chemical. You guys have the ability to feel good about yourself. Know your need. What makes you feel good? Well, usually if you understand your love languages, that's what's going to help you feel good about yourself. I'm somebody that yesterday, so the psychiatrist prescribes the pills. And I said, so I got sober. I asked for help, God, and I went to medical professional help as well. And the third piece now, and the fourth piece, which is a continuation of the help, is, it's asking for someone that is literally like myself, has demonstrated and is somebody that you're connecting with that seems like they have achieved something that you desire, and asking them for help, this peer-to-peer mentoring. Oftentimes, I can tell you I've been in sessions with people that have also been through therapy and are like, dude, you're more powerful than my therapist, because the therapist has to kind of stick to a script. I'm not sticking to a script. I'm going into the spiritual realm with you, into the metaphysical realm. I'm going all over the place to try and bring out that healing and that connectivity with yourself, your higher self, your inner self, so that you can feel whole and complete and release the disempowerment, that the story that you're not good enough. So those were the areas where I needed to ask for the help. And I'm someone, I was diagnosed PTSD, all that shit from the military. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I can now, back to the point, was I can trust myself. And I've now put out this work for you to be able to condense what's took me 12 years of trial and error, and just trying anything that I was willing to try anything if it could give me a result, to trust myself, to feel like I was in control of my life, and not even in control, but to feel that I was aligned with my highest self, that the version of me was stoic, was mature, was somebody I could be proud of, that didn't react, that knew how to respond, knew how to measure threats, right? That someone just being upset with me didn't mean that they were just going to walk out of my life, right? That I could be more centered and grounded and not so in my head, and in the negative sense of my head of always worrying and worrying and worrying. So meeting my own needs has been a really important part. And that's a really important part if you find yourself in singularity or wanting to do some self-improvement throughout this next month. Here we are, December, man. This is it. 2024 is a wrap. It's a wrap. How many of y'all are just gonna just let it go? When this is like the perfect time. The days are short, the nights are long, you're sitting there kinda bored, watching TV that you don't fucking care about, but there's nothing else to do. I'm bored. I don't know what to do. Right here, man. Self-improvement work. The greatest return on your investment. The greatest return on investment. Guaranteed, guaranteed. If you show up and you put in the work, right, you're gonna start to see the results. And you're gonna see them. And I'm not saying they're gonna come instant. You know, there's no instant, but you will see progress the more you stick with it. And it should be for the long haul. I haven't eased up at all. And people have told me, come on, man, isn't this good enough? No way. I still wake up every day and I'm kind of neutral. And you know, I have to set my intentions the minute I get up. Like I'm worthy of having great things happen to me today. I mean, this is usually my first thoughts of the morning. I wake up, I come to, I say, whoa, maybe it's a wild dream or whatever. And I just sit there and I hit timeout on all that shit. And I say, good morning. Today is a wonderful day. I'm worthy of having great things happen to me today. I'm worthy of meeting incredible people that are going to help me on my journey of life. And I am worthy to accomplish my goals and dreams. And so it's just really reestablishing that worthiness, that you are worthy. There's so many of us, we just don't feel worthy to achieve what is inside of us. And so I want to help you with that today. I do want to help you with that today. And I hope that if you got on here and you weren't here for the whole show, what I do want to ask is that you get a piece of paper, stick around for like the next 20 minutes. If you're showing up now, stick around if you're ready to put in some work, not just entertainment here. We don't just do the entertainment. That's what makes this show a little less popular than everything else, because I'm not here to just entertain you guys. I'm here to show you the way, to get you your results, right? Otherwise, what am I doing? If we ain't walking the fucking walk and talking the talk. But get a piece of paper, get a pen. This may be something you've never tried before, but it is called auto writing, automatic writing. And so we're going to get to that. That'll probably be the third thing. I want to do some breath work here first, and then I'll do a short visualization. The visualization today is going to be about worthiness. I think that's an important thing that I'm feeling, right? And you got to know I'm spiritual. God is giving me this message, right? I am so to give this message. It's not just coming from my head. It's really coming from the divine. And so I do believe that people are really needing to feel a little more worthy to receive all that they are assigned. That's the thing. Everything that you can imagine, it's yours. It is absolutely yours. But we have such a mental block that we don't feel worthy to receive it. We don't feel like we're good enough. We feel like you've done bad things, and religions can often hinder people, like to make you feel guilty, like you're not good enough, like you have to do something to be worthy to receive your inheritance. It's your gift. It's for you. You are so incredibly made. It's so beautiful to be able to share this with you. So breath work, visualization on worthy, and then we're going to do the auto writing exercise. And so if you haven't done that before, it's going to be fun. And again, you just need a piece of paper and a pen. And then just to clear your mind, we'll set an intention before we get into it. And I'll probably give you, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes to just write. And like this is literally what will happen. And if this freaks some of you out, again, just be willing to try new things. Right? I'm going to read a definition for you so it comes across like a little bit more formal. So, automatic writing is a method of writing in a type of trance state, allowing your subconscious to guide your writing. It can be to reconnect with yourself, explore your thoughts and emotions, and work through any feelings that may be holding you back. That sounds pretty good, right? And it works. I've been doing this. I would not share things with you if I didn't believe it. Guaranteed to work. So just like in the visualization, when I can say, hey, there's a child that comes in, it's your inner child, they have a message, you hear that. The higher self comes in, you hear the higher self, they have a message. Literally having a pencil and a pen and a paper, setting an intention, saying, hey, I want clarity on, I want you to, so be thinking about an intention right now, because you're going to write your intention down conscientiously first. And then you're just going to try, and the thing you need to do is you need to get yourself in a place where there's not a lot of distractions. Just me, just you, a place to write, or you're in a notebook. Now, here's the thing that you're going to want to do. You're going to start hearing a voice come up in your mind, in your spirit, and you're going to be like, what is this? Just write it. Write everything that voice says. Don't try and narrate it. Don't try and figure it out. Like, you have to literally just stay clear-minded. It's so peaceful to be clear-minded. And then you just start writing. Allow for that higher spirit. You have to trust that the spirit that shows up to share a message with you is showing up as a higher spirit guide that is here of light, of love, and means you no harm. And you just write every single thing that comes up. You write every single thing that comes up. Don't edit anything. Part of it, and that this is a good practice for intuition as well. Because a lot of times your intuition is your spirit guide trying to tell you, hey, you know what? You probably shouldn't go to that event. You know what? You probably shouldn't keep doing that thing. And you keep doing the thing, and you keep going to these things. And then you're wondering why you feel like shit, because you're violating, right, these guides that have been assigned to you to guide you, to protect you, to get you to the highest version of yourself. We're the only ones. All other everything else, all other living things on this planet, whether they're plants or animals, they just want to be the best version of selves. They want to fly the best they can fly, grow the best they can grow. Only people are the ones that we allow our thoughts to fucking stop us from doing the things we're supposed to do. And those things are supposed to happen so naturally, just like a tree, just like a bird flying, just like a tree growing. It's natural. We have the same ability. You have the same ability to naturally evolve into the greatest version of yourself. I see there's some more people getting on here. We're about to get into a breathwork exercise, a visualization on worthiness, and then we're going to do a automatic writing exercise, which is really powerful stuff. So have a blank piece of paper and a pen available. And without further ado, let's jump into some breath work. Let's jump into some breath work. So hopefully you're in a nice, comfortable space. And I'm going to actually cut one of the lights, just make it a little more cozier over here. We're just going to connect with our breath today. And I'm going to do a chakra clearing breathwork exercise with you guys today. It's something that I do often. And so all you're going to have to do is take in deep breaths in through your nose and hold. And then exhale. And I'll lead you through We'll start at the root chakra, and it's just visualizing yourself. If you're unfamiliar with your energy centers, there's 7, and we'll go from the bottom up. So just listen, follow along. There's no stress here. It's not about getting it perfect. Just do your best to just follow along, clear your mind, and really just be present. For you to just be present right now is actually more important than anything else. For you to just let all your stress, let all your worry go. That's really the intention of breath work, is to be present in the place where there is no worry, there is no stress, there is no anxiousness, there is no depression, there is no fear. So let's just go deep breath in through our nose. Take it as deep as you can. Go ahead and hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, and as you exhale, let out all your breath. You're releasing all your stress, your shame, your guilt, your worries. Just let it all out. Let everything out, to where once every molecule of that exhale is out of your lungs, you're going to instantly go right back in through your nose. Deep breath in and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Let it all out. Let it go. Return that life force energy back into the world, sharing a little bit of your life with the rest of us. And back in through your nose. Inhale and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And on this next breath, I want you to see yourself as a mountain. Inhale, I want you to visualize yourself as a mountain, inhaling and holding. 3, 2, 1. And I want you to exhale. I want you to see yourself as solid, stable, secure, rooted in God, unmovable, unshakable, everlasting. Let's take one breath to clear, just a normal breath in through our nose and out. And as you get out, we're going to take a deep breath in, and I want you to see yourself as water. See yourself as water. As you take that deep breath in, I want you to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to see yourself as calm, cool, abundant, fluid, and I want you to see yourself as reflecting things as they are. Let's take a clearing breath, just normal breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And with this next breath, I want you to see yourself as fire as we move into the heart chakra, the sacral chakra. See yourself as fire. Breathe in and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you release, I want you to see yourself as powerful, energetic, passionate, sexy, relentless. Clearing breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And this next breath, I want you to see yourself as air. As we move into our heart chakra, breathe in, hold, see yourself as air. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I want you to see yourself as life force energy, healing energy. I want you to see yourself as pure, fresh, transparent. As you exhale, take a clearing breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And on this next breath, I want you to see yourself as a clear blue sky. Breathe in. Picture yourself as a clear blue sky and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, I want you to see yourself as vast, peaceful, beautiful, expansive. Take a clearing breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And next, we're going to move up out of our throat chakra into our third eye. I want you to see yourself as light. As you take a deep breath in through your nose, see yourself as light, radiant, warm, bright, light. In through your nose, hold. See yourself as light. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you exhale, I want you to see yourself as divine source energy. I want you to see yourself as magnetic. I want you to see yourself as attractive, irresistible. Exhale. In through your nose, out through your mouth to clear. And finally, I want you to see the light inside of you. I want you to picture that light, that divine source energy inside of you. As you take a deep breath in, picture the light, the warmth, the brightness within inside of you, inside of your heart, inside of your mind, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you release, I want you to see me, and I want you to see you. I want you to see the oneness of the light. I want you to feel the warmth and the love and the everlasting source of that divine light within you. And as you just continue to connect with your natural breathing, if you haven't yet, you can make yourself comfortable. We're going to move into a visualization exercise followed up by automatic writing. Thank you so much for joining me here today. It's such an honor to be here with you. Go ahead and just get yourself comfortable for the visualization. You can be laying down, you could be sitting down, whatever or wherever you need to feel safe, cozy, warm, comfortable. As you just continue to connect with your breath, go ahead and just let your eyes close down. Let your eyes relax, your eyelids. Just take a deep breath. And as you take in that deep breath, I want you to hold. And before you exhale, I want you to just start to continue to visualize that light within you. The warmth of the light, the glow of the light, the power of that light. And go ahead and exhale and let out that light. Share that light with the world, with the space that you're in. Brighten that space with the light that you are breathing in and exhaling the light that is within you. Just continue to connect with your breath, and as you're just allowing yourself to just ease into the comfort and the warmth and the love of the light that you are focused on. I want you to picture yourself in a really special place. I want you to picture yourself somewhere very, very, very special to you. Go there now. Fully immerse yourself in a place where you feel that is a special place. It could be a bucket list place, a place you've yet to even physically be, but you have seen it. And you're now imagining and visualizing yourself in this very special place, as if it was a place that you were meant to be right here, right now. I want you to go there. I don't want you to overthink where, when. I want you to know what your special place is. Find that special place now and find yourself in that special place. And as you find yourself in that special place, I want you to start to really connect with the sights and the sounds, what is surrounding you, to really connect with the floor and the sky and maybe it's the walls, maybe it's inside, but I want you to really start to look for the details in this special place. What are the details that stand out to you right now? Allow your mind to just pick up on the most subtle of details that you can see as you scan all around, as you find yourself in this very special place, right here, right now. As you're scanning in this special place, I want you to notice that there's a box in front of you. I want you to really picture this box. What type of box? What is it made of? I want you to know that there's something really special in that box for you. You sense it. You feel it. You know it. You know that there's something very, very, very special inside that box, in this very special place, because you are very special. And this is your time right now. I want you to really pay attention to the details, the intricacies, the designs of the box, the materials of the box, the size of this very special box, just for you. I want you to walk up to the box slowly. As you walk up to the box, you can feel a sense of warmth radiating from the box. It's as if you just went from a room that was cool or a space that was cool and you walked into this box that was giving off a radiant warmth. And I want you to put your hand up to the box and feel that warmth. I want you to see that there is a latch on the box. And you reach over to the latch and you open up the latch. And before you open up the box, you just pause for a moment to appreciate this moment, knowing that this is a special time for you. And yet you're still uncertain as to what you're going to see when you open up that box. But you're excited to see what's in the box, to truly understand the meaning of its contents, because you know it's a very special box for you, and that there's something very special inside that box. I want you to open up the box And as you open up the box, I want you to look in. As you look in, I want you to see that there is a piece of paper that's folded. And it has your name written on it. And that makes you smile. And you pick up the piece of paper and you open up the paper, and there's a message. And without knowing, you just know that the message was written from your higher self. I want you to take a moment to read through the message on that piece of paper now. Allow for the message to be received by you. And as you finish reading your message, I want you to just pause for one moment to just acknowledge that this higher version of yourself left you this very important, very special message. And I want you to really receive the message that you were given. I want you to believe what is written down on that piece of paper. I want you to fully feel that you're worthy of what is on that message, that you're worthy to receive it. I want you to fold up that message and put it in your pocket. And go ahead and close that box. As you close the box, I want you to turn around and you see an archway that's dimly lit, that seems to lead to a new space. I want you to start to walk towards this archway, paying attention to the details, the textures, the materials of this beautiful, well-built, perfectly designed archway. And as you get up to the archway, you realize that someone has met you. And as you look at this visitor, you realize that this is someone that has hurt you. In the past. And they've come to seek forgiveness. They've come to reconcile with you in the spiritual realm. Who is this person that has come to visit you today? As you look this person that you know, They look at you and they say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And as you receive those words, they continue with saying they have a message for you. They want to share something that they didn't share with you in the past, a revelation, something that you needed to hear, that they didn't have the confidence to share with you in the past. I want you to open up your heart and your mind to receive this message from this person, from your past. Receive this message now. And as they complete their message to you, you feel a sense of relief. You feel a sense of thanksgiving that in the spiritual realm they have come to repair, to redeem themselves to you. But you have something to share with them. As you just check into your heart space and they say one more time, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I want you to share a message with them. What is the message that you would like to share with this person? Share it now. As you finish your message, I want you to look to them and tell them, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I want you to ask them for a hug. And as you do so, I want you to feel that warmth and that embrace of a spirit of reconciliation, of a spirit of letting go of past hurts, past wrongs, and truly commencing in a spirit of forgiveness. Holding each other deeply here for just a few moments. Not a quick hug, but this is a deep hold Really hold each other. Feel that embrace. Really hold this person. Feel that spirit of forgiveness, that spirit of reconciliation, that spirit of relief. That everything happened for you. Everything happened for them. For you to be the best versions of yourselves. As you just continue to hold each other, I want you to go ahead and release. I want you to smile. I want you to thank them for visiting you today. And as they depart, I want you to walk through this archway into this new space. And as you begin to step into this new space through the archway, I want you to just feel a great sense of relief. I want you to have a mindset that everything is going to work out even better than you can ever imagine. I want you to believe that. I want you to believe it so much that as you walk to the other side into this new room that you see a mirror. And as you look at yourself in the mirror, you see you're wearing a shirt that says, I am worthy. And you smile and you look at yourself up and down. And you just have such a sense of gratitude, as if all the worry, all the hurt, all the pain that you had ever experienced has been washed away and wiped clean. And you just feel this tremendous sense of relief as you're looking at yourself in the mirror with admiration, with gratitude, with appreciation, knowing that you are worthy. You are wearing your worthiness. You are your worthiness. And I want you to reach out to the mirror with your right hand. And I want you to smile. And I want you to tell yourself how much you love yourself. And I want you to repeat these words after me. As you're looking yourself in the mirror, repeat after me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And as you say that, I want you to give yourself a high five. And I want you to put your hands over your heart. I want you to just send your heart love, gratitude, and appreciation. I want you to thank your heart for being strong. Thank your heart for being resilient. Thank your heart for being so patient throughout all the process, all the hurt, all the pain that you have sent to it. And as you release your hands from your heart, I want you to look back at the mirror and realize that the mirror is no longer there. That you have fully integrated into this new reality, this new place of worthiness, this new place of forgiveness and peace and love and harmonious connections, knowing that you are truly worthy to receive all that has been assigned to you since before you were born. It is not too late. It is not too early. Your time is now. I just want you to reconnect with your breath. In through your nose, through your mouth. As I count down from 5 to 1, I want you to just start to reconnect with your body. Just reconnect with the light. You can move your shoulders around. You can move your neck around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Go ahead and stretch out and just smile. Just kind of loosen up. Reconnect with this beautiful body of yours, this gift that you've been given. I just appreciate everyone for participating in today's breathwork and visualization. And I have one more special exercise for you if you'd like to stick around for about the next 5 to 7 minutes or so. I would like to share with you guys automatic writing as you just kind of reintegrate everything that you experienced. It was heavy stuff, right? It was some heavy stuff. I don't think you were quite ready to meet somebody, but the spirit of forgiveness is really one of the greatest gifts you can give, you guys. It's the greatest gift you can give is the spirit of forgiveness. In that you are made whole and complete. You release blockages within yourself. You stop drinking the poison, wishing someone else dies. And you start to heal. And you release, and they are free, and you are free. Think about it. Look at your body. Is there anybody attached to you right now? There's no attachments. There's no appendages. We are free. You are free, but we are all one. And this is a spiritual experience that we're having within these human bodies in this 3D world. And so it's just a great honor to be able to guide you guys through that. And I hope that you did get something through it. There's some pretty interesting comments here. So just from my heart to your heart, be gentle with yourselves. And just know that you guys can replay this, put other people in there. But I think even right now, you're going to, if you've stuck around and you're ready to do this automatic writing, this is powerful stuff, right? This is not, again, I'm going to recap it. If you're wanting to stick around for about the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'll say, get a blank piece of paper right now or two, get a pen, and you're welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It's my honor. This is my calling, is to help others heal. And in doing so, it's a service to humanity. It's fulfilling my calling. But the auto writing is so powerful, you guys. I want you to set any apprehensions aside, any fear, any doubt. And I also want you to just allow for every thought. when I'm doing this, if you compare my good writing to my auto writing, the auto writing is legible, but it can be a little sloppy because the message comes a little quick. So don't worry so much about it being legible. Just try and jot it down, jot down everything that's every word, every sentence, every thought that starts coming up during this practice, okay? It's really important that you allow for everything to come up. What does it mean? You write it down. Well, you're going to get a message there and you get to give it meaning. Just let the message come through. And also know that it's my belief that the message coming through is from your higher self, from your guide, and they mean you no harm, right? That this message is for your greatest good. There is a force out there beyond us, beyond you, that is truly guiding you along this path called life. So just allow this message to flow. Jot it down, just scribble, scribble. So again, thank you for being here. If you're joining us for the auto writing, I'm going to go ahead and I want to clear with the bowl here real quick. And then just in this time, I want you to set an intention as to what you're seeking clarity from. So it's just not general auto writing. If you're needing some clarity about a situation in your life, maybe it's about a new job, or maybe it's about relationship issues, or maybe it's just about your purpose in life. Maybe it's about finances or moving or anything that you're just sort of needing some clarity on, that you're needing some guidance on, right? I want you to be thinking about that. And then you're going to write down that intention. Maybe it's about a business idea, anything. It could be anything, right? But I want you to put down a clear intention. An intention is something that you're wanting clarity on. Don't overthink it. Just something that's coming up for you that you would just like some clarity throughout this automatic writing. With that being said, I'm going to clear. So just be thinking about your intention. And then once we come out, you're going to write your intention and we're going to go into the auto writing exercise for probably like the next 5 minutes. Okay, go ahead and write down your intention. What are you wanting clarity on? Right here, right now. Write that down. I just want you to, as you've written that down, I want you to just clear your mind. Just clear your thoughts. Get your pencil or pen in your hand. And I want you to just start receiving the message for you right here, right now. Just start writing. Whatever's coming up, start to write. Okay, if you need another minute, we can do that. I hope that you're getting and receiving a very powerful message from yourself, from your spirit guides. And just know that this is a practice that you can do anytime. You can set an intention, clear your mind, and ask for guidance. About 20 seconds more to finish up your automatic writing. Okay. Awesome. The beautiful thing is, if for many of you, this is probably a brand new practice. Like not only the breath work, the visualizations, and the auto writing, but here's the cool thing: is yourself probably has a lot to say, right? Comment down below. I mean, if like you're probably like, there's a lot that needs to be heard by you. Thus, your guides have a lot to say to you, and so I do appreciate y'all for being a part and participating. I mean, this is for you. It's for you. I'm here for you. Um, And so thank you for participating. I will continue showing up on Sundays for self-improvement Sundays. Again, we work. It's putting in the work, and these are the work. This is the practice, right? These are parts of what I do, by myself on my own every single day in the morning, right? I wake up in the morning, set positive thoughts, positive affirmations, breath work, grounding myself, doing some sun gazing, doing some journaling, some automatic writing, right? And then it's beyond that, it's giving back. It's getting outside of myself. I set some intentions, I write down what matters, but it's an ongoing process. And so just know that if I can inspire anything in you, it's for you to just continue investing in yourself, continue investing this kind of time, real quality time outside of these sessions and anything else you're doing. It's like the self-discovery work. Again, one last plug for the app, Results Kill Excuses, first 5 courses there. That's like a month. That's over a month. You can't just slam that work and, marathon it. You usually want to sit on each of those lessons for a day or more if necessary to really just do the reflection. And it's not easy work. So I commend you for being courageous, to being willing to look in the mirror. When you do look in the mirror, the beautiful thing is when you start to get honest and real with yourself, as I see 1, 2, 3, go time, right? That means that you can be honest with yourself. You can say, you know what, I let myself go. I need to start improving my nutrition, improving my health, and becoming more active and exercising. But it starts in the mental. It's not just a physical thing. It's mental. It's emotional, it's spiritual, it's physical. Those 4 aspects is what is going to set you up for success. The answer to all your problems is right here inside of you. If you need help, reach out privately. I still have some space for one-on-one coaching. If you get a lot out of this message, I'm doing a promotion right now between now and Christmas. You've probably been seeing it. Purchase anything on the Results Kill Excuses shop, which to me, just wearing the brand has energy. There's nowhere I go where people don't stop me. Dude, oh, wait, Results Kill Excuses. And a lot of people I know feel like, well, I'm not there yet, and it's like, you don't get there. You are there. That's the thing. Even with your goals, whatever it is that your intentions are, whatever it is that you are trying to bring about, the sooner that you can start living in the end result. You want the healthy relationship, start being a healthy person to yourself, cultivating a healthy relationship now, and you will attract a healthy person on the outside. Be it now. This brand has that type of energy where it holds you accountable. You start acting as, no, I'm a person that doesn't live by my excuses anymore. I'm going to get the results. That means I'm going to do things I don't want to do when I don't feel like doing it, but I know it's what I need to do because I'm wanting to rebuild confidence and worthiness with myself. So purchasing something on resultskillexcuses.com in the shop will enter you in for an opportunity to win 1 month, 3 month, or up to 6 months of one-on-one coaching, which is a significant amount of money, but it's really a priceless experience because so many of us, we just need accountability. What is accountability? It's somebody that's neutral, right? That doesn't have an emotional attachment to you, that's neutral, that's going to hear you out, hold space for you, but tell you what you need to hear and help you to get past some of the blockages. I'm willing to lend you and give you some of my confidence, some of my worthiness until we get you up and running and past some of your own blockages. So I would greatly appreciate you purchasing anything on the shop, from a sticker to a hoodie to t-shirts, you name it. There's some really cool stuff coming out too. So be on the lookout for that. And beyond that, just thank you so much for tuning in today. If you would be so kind, share the message, right? Subscribe to the channel, and let's keep this party going. This is really the biggest investment that we could make in all this life, because it's going to be the greatest return for you. You will always see results when you invest in yourself, and you've done that today. So you should be proud of yourself. You really should. Make sure you're improving your self-talk, right? No more self-deprecating humor, right? Only words that build you up. Only words that affirm how beautiful, how great, how unstoppable, how abundant, how successful, how prosperous, how healthy, how loving, how peaceful, how harmonious you truly are. Like, build yourself up. Get out of the rut by being grateful and affirming yourself. I love you guys. You know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, come on now, it won't be worth it. Greg's out.